Get ready for action, because we are kicking things off with the incredible defensive performance of Dame Sarr in the Duke basketball lockdown. We are diving deep into the game-changing plays and reviewing the performances of Nick Kamenia and Darren Harris in this must-see analysis.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to hold it with one hand? The PopSocket's Pop Grip gives you a secure grip, works as a phone stand, and even lets you swap the top for a fresh new look. Simple, useful, and perfect for everyday phone use. Click the link in the comments to grab yours on Amazon.
Next up, we are taking a detour from the court and stepping into the world of timeless jazz. John Pizzarelli is launching a jubilant salute to Duke Ellington at the Carlisle, featuring an incredible trio with Isaiah J. Thompson on piano and Mike Karn on double bass, delivering a musical journey that is pure joy. Now, let's shift gears entirely to the intersection of the personal and the professional. We explore how the Blue Devil mascot, Nana Osaki, used her experience as the Blue Devil to conduct vital research on the brain, focusing on how language changes after a stroke and the significance of pragmatic language. And finally, we look at what Jon Scheyer still has to worry about as Duke heads into the season. We break down the biggest off-season concerns, examining the projected three-point shooting ability of Dame Sarr and the potential of the freshman class, and you won't want to miss this deep dive. Stay with us. Duke Basketball's Dame Sarr delivered an outstanding defensive performance, drawing significant attention from analysts. The game also provided a platform to review the performances of Nick Kamenia and Darren Harris. This content is featured on the 6 News platform, accessible via their mobile application. Jon Pizzarelli has launched a vibrant tribute to Duke Ellington at the Carlisle in New York, showcasing his timeless artistry backed by a stellar trio. The performance begins with a spirited rendition of Take the A Train, immediately setting a jubilant Ellingtonian tone, supported by Isaiah J. Thompson on piano and Mike Karn on double bass, creating a musical journey that sweeps listeners toward Sugar Hill in Harlem. Beyond the technical brilliance of Pizzarelli's guitar work and his signature scatting and rhapsodic song flights, the review highlights his infectious joy as the central element of the performance. The mood is one of irrepressible delight, which Pizzarelli successfully transmits to the audience, making the shared experience jumpy and engaging. The trio's musicianship is equally noteworthy. Isaiah J. Thompson, a Juilliard-trained jazzman nearing 30, provides impeccable support with stunning improvisational flights while anchoring the sound on the Steinway. Mike Karn on bass also delivers exceptional work, featuring solo spots, including a standout performance of In a Sentimental Mood. Thompson also takes a solo with Come Sunday, while Karn features on In a Sentimental Mood, bracketing Pizzarelli's Just Squeeze Me. The set is a masterful excursion through the Duke's repertoire, beginning with the energetic A Train, moving into Satin Doll for a ducal excursion, and blending familiar classics like Mood Indigo with lesser-known tracks such as In a Mellow Tone and Cottontail. The program also features Solitude, a rousing C-jam blues, and a unique, ruminative interpretation of Don't Get Around Much Anymore. The performance culminates in a high-energy finish with the rambunctious It Don't Mean a Thing, which builds momentum alongside Pizzarelli's own spirited playing. Jon Pizzarelli's tribute to Duke Ellington runs from May 5 to May 9 at Café Carlisle. Duke University student Nana Osaki has forged a unique intersection between her research on brain function and her experience as the Blue Devil mascot, profoundly shaping her understanding of communication and the impact of stroke on language. Osaki's academic focus has centered on how language is altered following a stroke, while her role as the mascot, which relies entirely on nonverbal gestures, provided a parallel perspective on nonverbal communication. Osaki notes the contrast between her identity as a Japanese woman and her role as the white male Blue Devil, highlighting how these seemingly disparate experiences broadened her view of how meaning is conveyed beyond spoken words. Her research, conducted in Associate Professor Jamila Minga's lab, specifically investigates right hemisphere stroke survivors. Unlike left hemisphere strokes, which can impair speech, right hemisphere damage often affects pragmatic language, the ability to use language appropriately in context, such as choosing the right words for a situation or timing responses correctly. Dr. Mingo explains that language challenges in these survivors are most apparent when expectations are unmet, leading to long silences, abrupt conversations, and difficulty asking questions. Asaki observed that survivors often exhibit a lack of eye contact, noting that their speech is not slurred but merely awkward. Despite producing fluent speech, the functional consequences for right hemisphere stroke survivors are severe, often leading to the inability to maintain healthy personal and professional relationships, employment loss, social ostracization, and loneliness. To address this gap, researchers are increasing focus on these less visible effects, particularly during Stroke Awareness Month. Dr. Minga is a leading investigator in the U.S. studying right hemisphere stroke, supported by a K-23 grant from the National Institutes of Health. The research aims to link brain lesions seen on scans to specific language patterns to improve clinical prediction. A significant breakthrough is the development of an ICD-10-CM diagnostic code for apragmatism, the technical term for these acquired pragmatic language difficulties. Approved by the National Center for Health Statistics and the CDC, this code will allow healthcare practitioners to bill for these disorders and gather crucial epidemiological data, ensuring greater recognition and support for survivors. Asaki's journey underscores a broader scientific shift, the understanding of the brain as an interconnected network rather than strictly divided halves. This holistic view has implications extending beyond stroke research. As she nears graduation, Asaki emphasizes the importance of multisensory communication, stating that her experiences, both in research and as a mascot, highlight how reliance on other senses becomes critical when verbal communication is impaired. Duke Basketball is entering the season with high expectations, largely thanks to the off-season moves orchestrated by head coach Jon Scheyer. While the team lost its two leading scorers, Cameron Boozer and Isaiah Evans, to the NBA draft, the influx of talent is significant, with Patrick Ngongba and Dame Sarr both returning to the Blue Devils for the 2026-27 season. Scheyer further bolstered the roster by signing the nation's top high school recruiting class and landing Wisconsin transfer portal guard John Blackwell. These moves have positioned Duke as a major off-season winner, with pundits projecting them as a top 3 contender in the preseason. However, questions remain regarding the team's ceiling. Despite projecting strong offensive capabilities, Duke's proven three-point shooting ability remains a point of concern. While John Blackwell offers a boost, Dame Sarr's freshman year efficiency from deep is a major variable, having made only 32.3% of his attempts from long distance. The team's previous three-point percentage, 34.7%, was respectable but not elite nationally. The absence of a dominant post presence like Boozer means Duke is projected to lean more heavily on perimeter shooting. To maintain efficiency, the team must significantly improve its shooting clip. Furthermore, the depth at the interior position is a key focus. Scheyer has added Drew Charnowski via the transfer portal and signed Cameron Williams, Joaquim Bounch, and Maxime Mayer. While Charnowski offers high-level play, the depth at the 5 is projected to be thinner than previous years, potentially sacrificing size for versatility. Duke enters the season with a roster featuring 6 proven veteran rotation players: Boozer, Caleb Foster, Blackwell, Sarr, Charnowski, and Ngongba. The success of the team now hinges on the performance of the freshman class, including Cameron Williams, Daron Rippey Jr., and Bryson Howard. Joaquim Bounch is noted as a wildcard, expected to play his entire freshman season at just 17 years old, requiring significant physical development. While the freshman talent pool is enormous, translating that raw ability into immediate impact remains the ultimate unknown factor, a pattern that has historically proven unpredictable for Duke.